Hello and welcome to Business Talk, brought to you by the Northern Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce. I'm Britt Scarce with Emory Federal Credit Union. I'm your host. And today, here in studio, we have Tricia Roddy. She is the Director of Communications with the Princeton City Schools. Tricia?
Hi, Britt. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So, you are here to talk to us about the mobile book center.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit how that got started.
Sure. Well, one thing that we know a lot about is summer slide. And we have extensive research showing, and even our own data showing, that if students are not reading over the summer, they can lose up to 2 months of educational work that they've done. Yeah. So trying to negate that and making sure that kids have access to books, we started a mobile book center, and it kind of evolved out of a program we had at the time when it was begun. I was working in the media center at Sharonville Elementary School, and I thought, you know, we have all these great books in the library, and we have students that need books. What if I open the library up during the summer and just let kids come in and read, play, take some books out? Yeah. And it became such a popular thing that some of the teachers said, well, we feel bad about the kids that can't get to the school during the summer because their parents are working or they don't have transportation. And so we brainstormed and we came up with the idea of putting some books in crates and driving them over to some of the apartment complexes and just pulling out, and bunch of teachers having stops and just playing games and reading and giving books to kids and reading with them for an hour each week during the summer. Yeah. So we did that starting in 2012. For 3 years, that was our process, and it was going great. But you know, we just felt it's kind of hard to get to a lot of kids because of the limited time and lugging all those books in and out of cars. Yeah. And did books get lost, and you know, all of that went with that. So we decided, you know, it would be much more efficient if we had one vehicle and we would be able to spread our resources out and get to more students throughout the whole Princeton City District. So so we started like looking at that time for options. Mm-hmm. We were searching at, like, just looking at all kinds of vehicles that might work. We even looked at an ambulance to see if that would be a possibility. And
that might be a little more scary than
yeah. And we were coming up with like all kinds of possible things that could happen. So we were dreaming big. Yeah. And during this time period, I had some experience writing grants in a job before that, and I happened to see on television an ad saying Scripps Howard Foundation is doing a early literacy grant for $100,000. You can win it, but you had to go through a process. And I said, that is exactly the answer to my dream. Yeah. That's what we need to do. So I worked with a lot of people, and Amy Price, who was our media, what is her title? She's the media director for the entire district. Yeah. She and we went to lots of people and asked for funding, and we're trying to come up with things, but we sat down and we wrote this grant. And so the grant actually was for $100,000, and we were the winners of that grant, luckily.
Good job. So that's good grant writing.
It was good grant writing. But it was such a passionate program that we were able to put so much good information in because we had lots of data that showed the need for it. But so it actually, the grant came from not only Scripps Howard Foundation, but also the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, Duke Energy Foundation, and Channel 9 WCPO 9 on Your Side. So it was a joint from them, but really Scripps Howard had produced and ran the grant. Yeah. So it was really awesome. And at the same time, we had new administration coming in, and they really bought into the idea of doing it, and also, you know, providing access to our students. So because of their support, and Dr. Thomas Tucker was the superintendent of the year, so First Student donated a school bus. It was used, but it was a school bus for us to use as the vehicle. And that really facilitated the whole process of being able to get that donation and then use it in a wise way, so we were able to spread it out and use that funding for a long period of time.
Yeah. So then you basically customized that bus.
We were very fortunate. The Princeton City Schools, we gutted the bus, and our maintenance staff worked on the project, and they would come in at night and they fell in love with having this awesome opportunity for kids too.
Yeah.
And they take such pride and ownership in it, but it is custom made for us. There are sloping shelves so that the books don't fall while we're driving. There underneath the seats are storage spaces for our chairs and blankets and tents that we pull out. So it's really a great opportunity. Actually, even the top has what's it called? Green energy.
Oh yeah, like solar panels?
Solar panels.
Oh,
sorry.
no worries. Yeah.
Solar panels on top
Wow.
of it to light up the inside and to provide the mobile access. And so it's really great to have that opportunity for all of our staff to feel ownership and pride in this bus that goes around.
They used a lot of technology in this. It's not just a bus with some books on it.
It is not. And actually, we also have technology. We got virtual reality readers.
Oh.
So we can put kids on the bus, and the bus doesn't move, but they can go on a field trip with the goggles on.
Gosh.
And we can read a book about mining, and then we can go on a field trip to the ancient depths of caves and do some mining and see what it's like. Or we can read a book about the human body and then take a trip inside the heart. Or we can talk about space and go up and look at what things are happening in space. So it's
that's like really engaging for the kids.
A great way to tie our books into some virtual learning as well.
Yeah. I bet a lot of them would just, they'll read a book just so they can, do one of those virtual tours.
Exactly.
Virtual field trips.
Yes, they're very, very popular.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you used the technology. So you got solar, helping to, provide the energy and the power and stuff to I guess light it and all that sort of thing. And then of course you got the virtual reality stuff, right? So do you have volunteers that help you run the bus?
We do. We rely heavily on volunteers. We have over 800 volunteer hours donated throughout the year, and most of them are teachers.
Okay.
So we have our teachers that love to come out and connect with their students over the summer, because the majority of our program is run during the summertime.
So the students know they get to see their teacher.
They get to see their teachers or meet their future teachers. Yeah. And so, actually 71% when we go back and do questionnaires say that they saw their teacher over the summer because of this program. So it's a great way to keep that connection going and build community. Yeah. And it's really good and important for the teachers to see where our students live and how they're living, and that that what's going on in their lives over the summertime as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just stay connected.
Exactly.
Like you said, over the summertime. A lot of times if kids don't really have a lot of activities planned already, or they don't have a whole lot, they kind of just maybe sit around and play video games, or that sort of thing. So it's kind of nice to get them doing other things to keep that learning going.
And they love it. I mean, the bus will go around and it'll beep, and the kids come running out with their books. Our books, you don't have to return them, but sometimes they will, and they'll come running out holding their books ready to give them back, or but it's fun to see them come out and be so excited about this program.
Yeah, and get new books.
Yes,
okay, I've read these.
Yeah.
I'll trade you those for these.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. My wife's a teacher also, and she talks about how I think sometimes people don't realize that students, they think, it's summertime, they don't want to do any of this stuff, but a lot of them, they really do like to continue to read and do, they miss school sometimes. I mean, you like a little time off, but
sure.
a lot of students really do miss school. They really do like learning. So, and this just kind of helps feed into that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. So do you need, as far as the community is concerned, do you take donations, or do you need other volunteers to come and help
Sure.
the teachers? It's great that there's teachers doing it.
Yes. So our volunteer application is on the website.
Okay.
And then for donations, we take book donations, of course.
Yeah.
So our biggest needs are board books and graphic novels. But we do have books for all ages.
Okay.
So it's not, just little kids.
It's not just elementary.
Because we noticed, especially in the beginning, we were really focused on grades, kindergarten through first grade, or third grade really, was our main focus in the beginning. And older siblings were bringing their younger kids to their younger siblings to the bus, and they would say, "Do you have anything for me?" So then we need to get all of the high school reading materials that are required, and make sure that we had lots of different opportunities.
I bet a lot of them would like to do the virtual reality.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, the little kids probably are really fascinated with that.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So it's how long has it been going on? You said since 2016 is when you got the bus?
2016 we got the bus. So 2017 we got the grant.
Okay.
And that was the first year that we really were
We're able
rolling
to
out
roll it out.
and running the program. So this is our 5th summer.
That's great.
Yeah.
So and it's again this summer going great.
It's going great. I mean, during COVID we definitely were out even more.
Yeah.
Because we needed to
That was
connect
a great
with families.
resource for
Actually,
COVID.
we were very prepared, unfortunately, but fortunately when it happened, because we were able to roll out immediately, and we knew the stops that needed to get serviced right away, and we were able to provide not only technology quickly, but food as well through that program.
Yeah, that's what a great resource and what a great idea. Good job writing the grant.
Well, it comes from when I was a kid going on a bookmobile.
Yeah,
it would
I remember it when I was a kid.
I loved the bookmobile, so it just fed out of that. But
yeah, and it's serving the community and helping these kids. And like I said, a lot of them do really, do want to stay engaged in learning and everything through the summer and everything. And a lot of them, I know sometimes we don't think that they're ready to go back to school and they're like not going to like it, but actually a lot of them really are eager to get back to school and do that. So it's wonderful that you thought of this idea and that started this and got it all, made it all come to fruition.
Taking a big team of people, big team of people that helped, for sure.
Are there any other messages that you would like to get out for about the school district that as we kind of we're about halfway done with summer and then it's going to be a couple weeks starting back up again?
I know, it's exciting times. Well, definitely we have all of our information published on our website.
Okay.
So our website is www.princetонschools.net, and then from there you can find everything that you want to need. If you're looking specifically for the bookmobile stuff, if you put that in and then /PMBC, you'll find all the Princeton Mobile Book Center information there.
All right.
But we have lots of information on the website. It's time to make sure that all kids are registered. All parents need to make sure their final forms are filled out. And we cannot wait to get those kids back in the classrooms and learning all the time.
That's great. That's great. Well, our guest has been Tricia Roddy. She is with Princeton City Schools, and she gave us a lot of great information about this great resource. So we appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time right here on Business Time.